The word magic alone brings to mind images of witches and wizards performing complex spells, or shamans talking with spirits to control invisible powers. For thousands of years, most people have looked down on magical practices as old-fashioned beliefs at best and dangerous witchcraft at worst. However, this view comes from deep-seated fears rather than logical thinking. Actually, magic is a time-honored, versatile form of science that uses the secret power of the mind and nature to achieve what we want in the real world. Based on careful rituals, spells are organized methods for making what we wish for a reality. Unlike the make-believe of fantasy, magic taps into the natural ability of humans to interact with the unseen forces around us. To really understand magic's role in human history, we first need to unpack it. When we break magic down to its basics, we uncover the specific workings that lie behind its mystery. Magic fundamentally sees our consciousness as the key force that shapes our lives. Our minds are deeply connected with the world itself. Paying close attention and having a clear goal can create subtle forces that change chances and results. Magic merges this mental strength with the natural power of the world. To start, rituals help focus our thoughts and feelings into a single, powerful flow. Normally, our minds spread their energy thin, but focusing sharply is like turning it into a precise beam. Using symbols, dancing, and meditation can make our intentions clearer and stronger. Then, having a clear goal directs this focused energy to make our wishes come true. Imagining our goals helps press them into the flexible fabric of reality. Next, special methods adjust different types of energy to change physical and spiritual states. Techniques like controlled breathing, emotional focus, awakening inner energy, or channeling sexual energy turn mental force into something we can use. In the end, magicians work on becoming calm and open to the universe's energy. If they don't calm their own desires, their magic won't work right. Practicing well promotes harmony with everything. Magic has been around since the earliest times as people tried to understand life's mysteries. Native cultures valued magic as a way to tap into the hidden strength of nature and the secret talents of the mind. The oldest spells we know of are more than 30,000 years old, but it's important to say know of because there could be older ones not discovered yet. For thousands of years, these methods were kept secret, passed down by word of mouth through shamans or in special temple ceremonies. Many different ways of practicing magic developed, but they all agreed on using invisible forces to affect the world. Those who practice magic aim to connect deeply with the natural world, using rituals to learn about how everything is connected. They believed they could reach into unseen realms to change our world. Native shamanic practices used the basic elements, earth, water, air, and fire, for healing, telling the future, and keeping human life in balance with nature. In advanced ancient cultures like those in Egypt, India, and China, more complex forms of magic were used to explore deeper levels of the mind. Magic covers a wide range, from simple folk practices to deep mystical ceremonies, all based on the idea of linking the mind, body, and spirit. Despite the variety in rituals, the fundamental goal of magic was the same everywhere: to focus the mind and feelings to bring about real changes, like a successful hunt, peace between two people, or a connection with the divine. All kinds of energy have opposites, such as light and dark, order and chaos, or creating and destroying. Magic understands that the world is made up of these opposite forces, which keep things in balance. To get the results they want, magicians need to practice carefully and aim for positive outcomes with a pure heart. Without this pure intention, magic can end up highlighting the negative and be used wrongly to satisfy selfish desires. The best outcomes come from improving oneself and acting with kindness. When magic is used in harmony with the universe, it brings a feeling of being connected to everything and supports the natural order. However, many teachings warn that using magic selfishly or without thinking of the bigger picture can lead to harm and unintended bad consequences. The more a person grows in their magical abilities, the more they must think about the effects of their actions on their spiritual journey. True skill in magic means being able to separate oneself from these opposite energies to use magic for good without selfish motives. Experienced magicians know that letting ego take over can twist magic into serving narrow wishes. But staying disciplined can help them use their abilities for the greater good and in line with higher spiritual values. The most powerful forms of magic come from the old, advanced societies of the world. These places were full of deep spiritual knowledge. In Egypt, magic was seen as the vital force of life. High-ranking priest-magicians would spend years learning to call upon the gods, using complex spells written in hieroglyphs and symbols with many layers of meaning. Ancient Egyptian texts talk about magic as the original force that started everything. These skilled people could tap into their psychic skills to clearly bring their wishes to life and communicate with gods and spirits. Their temple ceremonies aimed to use magic to speed up human development. In India, the Vedas used songs and special symbols called mantras and yantras to reach out to divine forces for help, maintaining the order of the universe. Tantric practices celebrated the divine feminine energy, Shakti, by activating an inner spiritual energy called Kundalini. They also wrote guides on various spiritual arts, from changing base metals into gold to predicting the future. The Tantric path in India combined magic with deep spiritual knowledge to control the physical and spiritual world. A large collection of runes, glyphs, and symbols used in various magical traditions points to a shared beginning for magic. These symbols work to concentrate thoughts and intentions, similar to how a microscope focuses light into a strong beam. Although every tradition has its own way of understanding the inner workings of the mind and spirit, they all explore similar concepts. Outside of Egypt and India, native groups from regions as varied as Australia, Siberia, and the Americas used shamanic magic practices tailored to their local environments. These practices share fundamental ideas. For example, Native American shamans would go without food and make offerings or sacrifices to connect with spirit animals that provided them with visions and special abilities for rituals. Their use of totem carvings, sand art, and spoken charms was believed to have the power to heal and fulfill needs by tapping into the energy of wise spirits in nature. In Mesoamerica, the Aztec and Mayan peoples inherited magical practices from the Olmec, including sophisticated astrology that aligned their ceremonies with the Tonalpohualli, a sacred calendar. This helped them to perform rituals that included transforming into animals in spirit or working with the forces of the universe, and they made offerings to help keep the balance of cosmic energy. In every part of the world, from Asia to Europe, magical practices have included the use of holy diagrams, symbols, and alliances with spirits. In China, books on divination taught how to read signs and adjust the flow of energy. In the north, shamans used runes and stories of gods and heroes to change their state of mind. Magic played a crucial role in understanding the invisible connections between people, nature, and the universe. Although the rise of industrial technology initially pushed magic aside, the end of the 19th century brought back interest in hidden spiritual knowledge and metaphysical ideas. Groups like the Golden Dawn blended old Jewish mystical teachings and ideas from Eastern spirituality with the magic of ancient Egypt. Helena Blavatsky and her Theosophical Society turned to the spiritual practices of the East for enlightenment. Innovators began to see magic as a key to exploring the secret spiritual foundations of physical science and consciousness. Scientists like Tesla and Reich focused on the kind of energy that the usual scientific approaches didn't pay attention to. Meanwhile, artists and thinkers looked into how magic could unlock creative power or tap into the subconscious, suggesting new ways to develop what humans are capable of. If you were already aware that these cultures possess deep spiritual insights, please share your thoughts and discoveries in the comment section below. Nowadays, from traditional Wicca to chaotic magic and new spiritual practices, it's clear that magic is always changing. Today's magic mixes in modern technology, current thinking, and focuses on individual practices, unlike the temple-based systems of old. People now use whatever personally resonates with them to guide their journey. Techniques like visualizing goals help activate the power of intent. Some use magic to bring a sacred element to everyday life, while others adapt old methods to help them grow stronger and more empowered. Even as the practices evolve, the core truths of magic remain constant. Magic shows us that what's outside reflects our inner world. With careful thought, we can change our lives and surroundings for the better. However, chasing just money or status can lead to trouble, as selfish desires clash with the balance of the world. Using power without kindness can hurt us and others. If used without careful thought, magic can amplify abilities in dangerous ways. But when based on moral values and restraint, magic can spark true greatness in us. There are ethical ways to learn about and use magic, focusing on improvement, thankfulness, and helping others. Magic reflects the deep connection among all living things. Learning about magic carefully or supporting those who are skilled can bring out the best in humanity. Yet trying to force magic for selfish reasons risks drawing in dangers or influences we can't handle. A balanced approach of modesty and openness can open the doors to the wonders of magic and deepen our understanding of life. The fear of the unknown has led many in mainstream religion and society to wrongly label magic as evil. However, the techniques of magic are deeply rooted in the ancient knowledge of the mind and the natural world. Understood properly, magic opens the door to our hidden abilities, though misuse can disturb the balance of life. For magic to reach its full potential, it must serve ethical purposes and the greater good. Viewing it through a holistic lens, magic reveals the secrets of our consciousness and our place in the universe. Far from being just old superstition, magic is a sophisticated tool that uses rituals to unlock human potential and tap into the unseen for personal growth and healing. Magic allows us to connect with powers beyond ourselves, be it divine will or the vast reaches of our imagination. Rediscovering this sacred art means reconnecting with the deeper parts of ourselves beyond the superficial ego. Magic acts as a powerful mirror, helping us understand both ourselves and the world more fully. Seeing magic merely as old-fashioned belief has kept us from exploring deeper insights into our consciousness and the natural world's wonders. When approached with respect and insight, magic offers techniques for personal development. Its practices encourage us to grow inwardly through concentration, awareness, and giving back. At its core, magic shows us that the physical, the energetic, and consciousness are interlinked in ways too complex for just logic to understand. Magic addresses truths that are beyond intellectual grasp, yet can be felt and experienced, challenging materialistic views with its profound and disciplined insights. Through magic, we discover ways to unleash our hidden talents by bringing our minds and the cosmos into harmony. It teaches us that not only does our consciousness shape reality, but reality also enlightens our consciousness. This mutual awakening unveils the extraordinary power of magic, bridging the gap between spiritual awe and scientific inquiry. As we reintegrate this overlooked piece of our history, we illuminate our destiny, unlocking new evolutionary pathways. Embracing magic responsibly means connecting with the cosmic consciousness through ritual, paving the way for a deeper understanding and unity with the universe.